Hey, I came right back. There was someone, again, you remember I told you guys, if I keep looking up and you see my eyes flashing, it's because I have a storefront. So I don't know how I can switch it so you guys can see it. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know how to switch it right now. Let me see. No, I'm going to end up. Okay, no, I wasn't supposed to do that. No, but let's see. Come with me. Have I shown you guys? I think I have in some of my videos. But so let me turn so you can see. Do you all see that? So that's what I see when I'm recording. So someone was standing out there on my door. It was interesting because I know I don't have a client coming in right now because the way I run my business, actually, you have to be. I just love my studio. It looks so cool. You have to be. You have to have an appointment. So I know I didn't have anyone. That's why I came on to record. So I had to tend to her, but it was. No, she was looking for somewhere else, which is interesting. I wonder where that is. Anyway, so I was answering a question that, let me see, because I had it on my iPad. Oh yeah, we're talking about detoxing. So this person wanted to know why we detox. And essentially, it's just what the name says, D means taking off something or removing something or minus something. So detox means taking off toxins. But why do we do that? We essentially detox to take off things, impurities or impurities and junk. So detox, something that I do tell my students, is also another way of saying de-junking, removing junk. Declogging, you find I use that a lot because a lot of my services that I teach and also offer, it's largely hinged on or informed by the lymphatic system. So there's a lot of declogging. So if I'm using those words, I use them interchangeably, but essentially it's detoxing. So the lymphatic system, as you all know, or maybe you don't, but I have talked enough about it on my channel to presume that you know what I'm talking about. So the lymphatic system is like a sewage system. Okay, so imagine the sewage system's got a lot of gunk. It's got a lot of filth. It's got a lot of things that clog it up. Okay, and if it's not flushed or is not liquefied, meaning there's not enough solvent, there's not enough liquid for all those things to dissolve in, it becomes really thick, right? So it clogs up. So essentially that's what happens with our lymphatic system, where it gets so clogged up that things start to happen in the body, right? So if you don't detox, meaning not getting rid of those junk, when you don't do that, then you start to have things like headaches, you start to have things like fatigue, you start to have things like sinus symptoms. I believe, and I have mentioned this here before, but I share this with my clients and my students, I believe a lot of autoimmune conditions is actually linked to the lymphatic system being so clogged up. I tell people I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but even doctors don't know this. This is the thing. I've been a nurse for 24 years. I've not really worked with children, right? Pediatrics. Now, did I study that in nursing school? Yeah, I did, but I didn't work with them. So essentially, I don't know everything about working with children because they're totally different category. So it's the same thing. So a lot of people think doctors know everything. No, if you don't use it, you're not going to know anything about that aspect of medicine, if you will. So it's the same thing I tell people. If you're a doctor and you're not moved or you're not inclined or you're not influenced or there's no interest to do, 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 to research the lymphatic system, well, you're not going to know anything about it. So essentially, that's why we all have different categories, right? So having said that, I do know what I'm talking about because I have worked the lymphatic system. I see how it's helping me. I see how it's helping my clients. So I do know something about the lymphatic system. I have been researching it, and it's essentially what I use in my treatments, not only for me, but for even other people. So I am so excited to always talk about detoxing. You've got to detox. Detoxing has helped me with getting rid of headaches, even blurry vision, my pain, my blood sugar. I have talked about this. There are different types of detox. The detoxes that will target certain aspects of what you want, what your target goal is. Some people, I have a client who came to me, she packs on a lot of cellulite. Now, for those of you who know what cellulite is, essentially, the one word to just use is people say not enough hydration. That could be it. It's a part of detoxing. If you're not drinking enough water, or enough fluids in your system, yes, then what starts to happen to your fat molecules? They start to lump up. Does that make sense? So they start to lump up and become almost cheese-like. And it's true. So there is a detox that also would help you flush, target those deposits. And for women, especially women, now men have it too, but I think for childbearing purposes, you find women have it around the hip and the buttock, the upper buttock area, and the stomach, the abdomen. I always tell people, fat is not a bad thing. It's just that it becomes too much. And so it's not aesthetically pleasing as we want it. And is also not, sometimes it's unhealthy. So why do we detox? We also detox to have a good gut health. In many school of thoughts, the gut is seen as the second brain. Meaning we have the first brain in the head, then we have the second brain in our gut. If you do not detox, it also messes with your GI system, meaning your intake and your outtake do not match. For someone like me, and this is TMI, which I am guilty of because I do teach and I want to share my experiences, is I'm not your everyday go person. Some people go 200 million times a day. I am not that girl. I'm also not that girl who goes every day, seriously. But I have found that in detoxing, it's helped to regulate me, which inadvertently has helped me reduce my pain, reduce headaches, reduce feeling bloated and what have you. It's helped me with my skin. Detox works. Now, talking about detox, so those are some of the reasons why you need to detox. It helps your health. It helps to thin out your lymphatic system, make it free-flowing, liquidy, and essentially very effectively working smoothly. However, in detoxing, you also have to be careful because one size doesn't fit all. I was just telling a client of mine today, she wants to get into detoxing and she'd asked me all about it. There's a program we're actually running now at Glam Care, helping people detox. We started that. We usually do that around the holiday period or after the holidays because people oblige themselves, and it's okay, it's the holidays and they eat and they drink and then they want to get rid of all that junk. So in doing that also, it's like spring cleaning, and then we're doing that again. It's also up again, people talking about detoxing because summer is coming and people are going to be out of hibernation and they're going to be mixing and socializing, so hence detox comes back into the fore. So again, one size doesn't fit all. At Glam Care, what we do is we're going to tailor the detox products, detox services, detox tools tailored to you. It's tailored to your specific needs. So my detoxing journey is not necessarily the same as yours. My detoxing goals is not necessarily the same as yours. So essentially, that's why you detox. You need to detox to declog, to get rid of all the dirt and the junk in your body. And also, there are different types of detox that target to what you want, what your target goal is, what your aim and your objectives are. So hopefully have shown some light on that. And moving forward, again, people have been asking me how I started my business, and it's something I don't mind sharing. I will share with you. It's just that I have been busy, again, sustaining the business, which can be challenging. But again, challenges are not the end of the world. You're supposed to surmount them, and that's where I am. I'm really excited about what we're doing here at Glam Care. If you have any questions, my numbers, I usually put them, I link them in the comment section. I have been giving out a free ebook, free to you, doesn't cost you anything, where you can learn more about non-invasive type treatments, body contouring, body sculpting. We use them interchangeably, but to make you understand that it's not only about the physical aspect, but it's also the inside your body. I have been a recipient of what body contouring can do. And when we use body contouring, it's actually just a general term. It's like saying Kleenex for every tissue paper, or what's the other thing we do? I mean, we just use general words for everything else. But anyway, hopefully I've answered your question. And if you need more clarification, need more information, feel free to get in touch with me. And until I come your way again, always show kindness, pay it forward, because it always comes back to you. All right, so you take care and God bless.